in January 2013 to pay attention to the growing threat of drug-related issues in West Africa. Chairman of the Commission and former Nigerian President Olusegun Obasanjo presented the report to President John Mahama together with former UN Secretary General Kofi Annan, who is convener of the Commission. Olusegun Obasanjo said the law enforcement agencies should pursue selective deterrent measures by focusing more on high-level targets who often get away with drug-related offenses.
It's eating not only into the normal life of our youth, is eating into our political system and into governance. Drug barons, because of the amount of money involved, they can buy, they can do, and they can undo. Buy officials in the military, in the security, pervert justice.
He said it's about time to strengthen cooperation between producing, transiting and consuming countries to clamp down on the menace.
The ones who will go to garage and buy a wrap or whatever it is, they are put in jail. The big barons escape. The existing laws do not do justice to healthcare delivery. Petty users, they require attention, health care attention, rather than to be regarded as criminals.
The report, titled "Not Just in Transit," points out the fact that Africa is no longer a transit route for drugs, but consumption points as well. Former UN Secretary General Kofi Annan said it is time to review what he calls wrong-headed governmental policies and deprive drug barons of opportunities to ply their trade, given the massive negative impact on society.
We accept that drugs have destroyed many lives, but wrong-headed governmental policies have destroyed many more. The US and Europe must work with us. The destination is Europe. We are caught in the middle, and now people are beginning to use it. Arrangements are being made for an international conference in 2016, and I hope that we will all be ready for that conference and propose changes. If we had the courage to decide that prohibition did not work and regulated alcohol, we've done this with tobacco, we should have the courage to look at this area also.
President John Mahama received the report on behalf of colleague head of state and welcomed the call for policy reviews, calling it a whole different approach to tackling drug-related issues. He said Ghana, through NACOB, is tracking down drug trade as a matter of priority.
The report cannot have come at a better time. It would help us sub-regionally to be able to work in tandem with each other and be able to deal with this issue. And traffickers themselves use all the resources available to them, including sharing information, to be able to achieve their purposes. And so for those of us who want to stop this menace, I think sharing information would be one of the most useful things to do. Narcotics Control Board, NACOB, whose boss is here today with us, has made major successes in busting, huge quantities of drugs that were intended, to pass through our country.
He expressed worry over the absence of rehabilitation centers in society and added the reports will be thoroughly discussed at the next ECOWAS Heads of States meeting.
We've invested in imprisoning, many petty drug users, and we haven't invested in creating rehabilitation facilities. And so if a parent were to be confronted with a situation where they had their child beginning to use drugs, they really have nowhere to send the child. And so this report draws our attention, to the plight of petty users and how we should be more sympathetic and create opportunities for them to get the kind of help and care they need.
Officials of the commission say the report is a frank assessment of the drug situation in West Africa with recommendations which require political will and attention to be implemented successfully. Gifty Andopia, Joy News, Flagstaff House.